Okay, so I'm not sure what I've named this video. As I'm recording this before I've done a thumbnail and the title. But basically, I've got this. This is the Lenovo Chromebook Plus 14-inch. Okay. Hello, welcome back to Sambis Pro. If you like it here, please consider leaving a like, subscribing, and just leave a comment but down below. Does a lot to help the channel, and I appreciate it. Okay, so apologies for this extended time where I didn't upload. I don't have many excuses, except I did get sick for a portion of it and just battling just fatigue and maybe even the flu. On top of all this is the second time I've recorded this video. The last time I guess I was so rusty that I recorded the whole video without any sound. It wasn't until after I got finished everything and realized that none of what I said actually had any volume to it because my microphone was not connected. So yeah, I don't think I have to tell you much about the Lenovo Chromebook Plus 14-inch, and just for the sake of time, I'm probably just going to be calling the Lenovo from this point on. Now, if you subscribe to the channel, then you know that we talked about this. We talked about it being designed both by Google and Lenovo, and it was the first to house the chip, the ARM processor by MediaTek, the MediaTek Kompanio Ultra chip that was specifically designed for Chromebook Plus models. It is one of two Chromebooks that I believe has this processor in it. It's significant because while it's not the first ARM processor in the Chromebook, it is the most powerful, and it was dubbed the most powerful Chromebook ever to exist. Everyone is trying to recreate the MacBook using Apple's M series chips. Windows tried it with Snapdragon with mixed results, and that's if I'm being generous. And not to compare everything to a MacBook, but the Lenovo is, for all intents and purposes, the MacBook of Chromebooks. More specifically, I would say it's more like the MacBook Air of Chromebooks. Again, you've probably seen many reviews at this point. This came out, I believe, the summer of last year. I'll just sum up the specs if you're interested. Now, this isn't sponsored, of course, because come on. It is sleek. It is fanless. It is light. It has a good webcam, goes up to 1440p. Good screen as it is OLED. Glass trackpad. 16 gigabytes of RAM. I should mention that there are two models of this Chromebook. This one, I have the higher tier version. So the other one has, I believe, 12 gigabytes of RAM. I believe there is no touch screen. I want to say that's it. I want to say everything else about the two models are the same. I believe the storage is all the same. 256, by the way. So no slowdowns with my 16 gigabytes of RAM. I don't think you will experience a slowdown with 12 gigabytes of RAM, but I'm just so used to 16. And you probably already heard about all these specs before, and I confirm after 30 days, because that's roughly how long I've had this laptop. If I remember, I'll put it right here. Editing for the video, and I see that I received the Lenovo on January the 24th. As I am recording and editing this, it is actually February the 21st, so maybe not quite 30 days, but close enough. But all that is still true. But let's go beyond specs and let's just talk about experience. So I want to talk about this beauty right here. If you're a Chromebook fan, then you know this is the Pixelbook Go. Debuted, I believe, in 2019. This wasn't Google's first self-produced Chromebook. I believe it's the third, actually. And I have the, about to slow mess. And I have the original Pixelbook right here. This was good. This was like probably it wasn't the first premium Chromebook they made, but this is by far my favorite. My favorite Chromebook, and it's not got no crazy high specs. believe it has almost like half actually the specs. And this came in different configurations. So this isn't like the specs are just a one thing, because you could have got, there was I had the 4K model as well. And I believe that was also was a Core i7. I'm not getting into specs. The Pixelbook Go has been my daily driver for years. And I've tried out several laptops. And you've been on the channel, I'm not just talking about Chromebooks. I have, like I said, I have Linux. I have the last video, from the perspective of this video, the last video that I uploaded talked about the ThinkPad. Now, watch that video to see my thoughts on the ThinkPad. And this is running Linux on it. This is not really a software. So like I said, I try out different computers. All I wanted to say is, because the Pixelbook Go has been just so clutch, it has been the most reliable computer that I'm on to date. Even when I try out different computers, just in case the computer I'm trying out doesn't work out well. I've done it for my last 2 or 3 computers that I've tried. And the Pixelbook Go has always been there. So when I say that the Lenovo has effectively replaced my Pixelbook Go, I just kind of wanted to set the scene of, that's kind of a big deal. Even more surprisingly, for a while, it even replaced my Dragonfly Pro. Now, for those of you who don't know, right now I'm recording on my Dragonfly Pro Chromebook, the Dragonfly Pro Chromebook, and I just call it the Dragonfly. It's technically the best laptop I ever owned, and it's the most premium Chromebook I ever owned, and I believe kind of the most premium Chromebook that I believe ever made. As far as highest spec, there are some that was higher spec than this one, and even that's kind of questionable, because when I say higher spec, I'm just talking about, there have been a few Chromebooks that have been Core i7s, and this one is a Core i5. But in every other category, I believe this wins. And I guess I should explain how I use my Dragonfly Pro most days, and that is docked. Right now, I have this sitting on my desk, and it's connected to dual monitors with all my hookup with my microphone and my webcam, speakers, and such. All these things are connected to a HP dock, and that's mostly how I use my Dragonfly. And the other laptop that I have, whichever one it is usually I have that's mobile. This one is stationary, and I take the other one with me in my backpack, and it goes with me on trips and such. So for a few weeks, actually, the Lenovo was on my desk. Now, I want to pause here, because when I first got the Lenovo, and I did try to connect it with my whole desk setup, and it didn't go well. So I don't know, was it just buggy, just needed updates? But it had a lot of errors and bugs my first week. And I took this recording. I'll play it right now. So I noticed this acting a little bit weird. Now it feels like it wants to go to sleep, but it can't. You kind of see my name just kind of logins are just kind of flashing in and out there. It could be just because I have this thing connected to 2 displays, but the one display is still fine, while the other one is like partially asleep. There's a little time there in the bottom left corner. So that's something I've never seen before, but it's happened twice with this laptop. So you see my fingerprint. I'm guessing where I touch this. Yeah, so it will go into the lock screen here. So just keep you aware. Okay, and even on top of that experience, when I connected to my setup, remember everything is just, I have everything connected to where I just need to connect one USB-C and for it to connect with everything I have, and it wouldn't connect with my webcam. And I thought there was a limitation on the processor, because I believe some of the ARM processors couldn't pull dual monitor support. I heard some rumors that the Lenovo or the MediaTek Kompanio Ultra chip, had those limitations, and I'm happy to say that that's not the case. Now, I don't want to say for your use cases. I don't know how you would tend to use that laptop if you intend on getting this. I'm just letting you know how I use my Chromebook. And as of now, I've had this connected to where it connects to both my monitors. It connected to my webcam finally. And although I did have trouble with it connecting with my microphone, not all the time. I think it was one time, the last time I recorded. Remember I said in an earlier video, I tried to record and it for some reason did not. It's my fault because I did not should check out the inputs before I start recording. And for some reason it did not pick up my microphone. So that's the only little hiccup that I've had. Otherwise, it worked just fine. I put it on my desk and then I unplugged it, put it in my book bag, and just been on my way. And that's how I used it for a few weeks. And only recently did I put back the Dragonfly Pro Chromebook back on my desk. But it was kind of surprising. For a while, it basically did everything. Now, this isn't like an extensive review, but I'll say a few things. Android apps do work a little better on this Chromebook. Although I still had some roadblocks because it's still ChromeOS. And there are some apps that I don't have access to because it's not going to work on the Chromebook. Most apps do, but there are a few that I found that do not. And it's the first time that I thought, well, maybe the aluminum OS or aluminum OS, I'm still not sure how you're supposed to say it. Perhaps this would be the perfect computer to get that upgrade. Again, I'm not sure which ones are getting the upgrade. I am not telling you to go out and get this with the thoughts that it's going to get the aluminum, I'm just called the aluminum upgrade. I personally believe it will get the upgrade, but I can't, it's your money, buy wisely. And the reason it took me this long to even get this laptop is because I was waiting for it to go on sale. So I know I'm drawing a blank on what the MRP on this, but I believe it's over $700. And I waited for open box for it to retail under $600. Probably pay a little over $600 with tax and shipping, but I got the discount that I wanted. Now, after this video, I'm going to be releasing another video where I put Linux on this. For those of you who care, I'm going to do that because this has been out for more than half a year, and I've really seen few content about Linux on this specific Chromebook. And since I have it, I feel it's my obligation to put that out there. So the first video is already done. I just wanted this to go out first before I put the video out where I put Linux on that Chromebook. Subscribe and keep watch out for that one. Okay, so that's going to do it for this video. Let me know what you think about the Lenovo Chromebook Plus 14 and its future. All right, and with that, I'll see you next time. Take care.